Welcome back to another Madden 21 rebuild. I have for you guys here today. Now today it's going to be another realistic rebuild, this time of the Minnesota Vikings. Also, Facecam is finally back. I think I resolved the issue with my videos. I don't think it actually had anything to do with the Facecam. I just wanted to try it out across those last couple uploads just to see if it really made any kind of a difference. But I was able to kind of just like figure it out elsewhere, which is nice to see, I guess. But anyway, if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, if this is the first time you're watching a video over here, it would mean a lot to me if you could hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you end up enjoying this video in particular, I'd also really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. Now you're going to see the score of the Falcons game. It's not what actually happened in real life, because the most current week that you can load a franchise in Madden was week 6, so I just went ahead and forced that loss because the Vikings did lose that game, just so the Vikings at least have the correct record at this point. But anyway, let's go over the team right now. So the Vikings don't have that great of a team. They have some pretty big holes. Hopefully we can fill those throughout the course of this rebuild. Obviously, that is the plan. I don't know why I even had to explain that. But at quarterback, we have Kirk Cousins. Now, I don't think Kirk Cousins is an overall like terrible quarterback or anything like that. He just plays pretty badly every once in a while, but he could also be pretty good. Now, I don't really want to keep him on the team for that much longer. I really want Trevor Lawrence. I just hope the Vikings here can tank really badly for me. That would be absolutely huge. But Kirk Cousins has a 3-year contract. I don't want to pay him that much money. I would like to get rid of him as soon as possible. I'm just not really sure when that is going to happen. But at least we do have one of the best running backs in this entire game, Dalvin Cook, 92 overall. Superstar X Factor. Also, Alexander Mattison is a really solid backup option. At receiver, we have Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. Man, Jefferson is playing really well. He's been a great rookie so far for the Vikings. I'm going to probably have him operate out of the slot in this rebuild. I'm hoping he can eventually overtake Adam Thielen as this team's best receiver. The offensive line is really not good. We have 261 overall players. There are some injuries here. I'm assuming Pat Elflein is injured. Of course, I have injuries off in this franchise since it is a rebuild, but since he's not starting, I'm just going to assume that he is injured in real life. We do have Kyle Rudolph, who's a pretty solid tight end, but I think Irv Smith is going to be the tight end for the future for this team. 22 years old, he has a lot of room to develop. And then defensively, they're missing a couple players on this side of the ball too. Daniil Hunter is not here right now. Michael Pierce, I think, opted out. He's right there. He's a 91 overall. He's not currently starting. No Anthony Barr at the moment. So we're definitely missing some really solid starters. But we still have, Yannick Ngakoue. He's a really good defensive end. Harrison Smith is a 95 overall strong safety, one of the best players in this entire game. Anthony Harris is a good free safety as well. Mike Hughes is a good young cornerback. I'm excited to develop him. We also have a couple rookies down here. Cameron Dantzler. We have Jeff Gladney. Jeff Gladney might be injured as well. Just because he's, the 4th option. Normally, he'd be the number 2 option. Also, Eric Kendricks, one of the better middle linebackers in the NFL right now. He's very good as well. But yeah, those are the Vikings. They're not great. They're not terrible, though. I'm just hoping the rest of the season goes really badly, and we can get a good draft pick to get Trevor Lawrence. All right, so at the end of the season here, we did not make the playoffs. That was very much expected. We went 3-13 this year. Hopefully, that is good enough to have the first overall pick. Kirk Cousins was not good this season. I would love to replace him this year. Hopefully we can. Rushing-wise, Dalvin Cook was really solid. 5.4 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Adam Thielen, almost 1,000 yards. Justin Jefferson getting up there as well. Blocking wasn't too bad, but I feel like it's going to get a lot worse this next year. 129 tackles for Eric Kendricks. We have 7 tackles for loss for Deningbo. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. We have 9 sacks for Yannick Ngakoue. 2 interceptions for Eric Wilson, Holton Hill, and Harrison Smith. 1 for the defensive end. I'm not going to try to pronounce that again. Mike Hughes and Eric Kendricks. No defensive touchdowns. We have no safeties. And we have 2 blocked kicks. Okay, not too bad, I guess. So I don't know why it says Anthos Rambush as my head coach. I know I started this franchise with that name because I forgot to change it, and then I changed it to Leif Erikson because I just think it's funny. So it still says Anthos Rambush there. That's kind of funny. We were 24th on offense, 27th on defense. Kyler Murray is going to win MVP. Okay, I didn't really expect that. NFC Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Kyler Murray. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald. Offensive Rookie of the Year is actually Jalen Reagor. Justin Jefferson at number 2. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Terrell Burgess. Nobody from the Vikings. Okay, so not a great season, but I'm really hoping this is good enough to have the number 1 overall pick. I know I can check, but I don't want to do that just yet. The Super Bowl here is between the Browns and the Saints. Let's go ahead, advance by, head into the offseason. I think the Browns are going to win this one. They do not, 27-24. The Saints are going to win. I think I already know what it is. Yeah, it's star development. That's exactly what I figured. Also, the entire team should be back now, so all the people injured last season should be starting at the moment. So we're going to have like Pat Elflein back. I guess Ezra Cleveland's probably going to be starting at left guard. I'm good with that. He's a 69 overall. Nice. Let's go to the defense. We're going to see Daniil Hunter back in a starting role. Michael Pierce as well. Harrison Smith. Okay, well, Eric Wilson's going to go up in development trait. I don't really think that matters too much. Because we do have some decent depth options. I don't really want to bring him back to the team. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent, but let's go ahead and check out the rest of the group here. Yannick Ngakoue is going to be the top free agent. I want him back on the team. Anthony Harris is interesting. He's good in real life, but he's just not that great right now in Madden. He's an 80, 29 years old. I don't really want to bring him back to the team. Honestly, I think the only player I want is Yannick Ngakoue. Be nice if we can land him for another couple seasons. He is coming back to the team. There we go. I think that was a 3-year deal. But yeah, I don't really think I want anyone else here back on the team. Pretty sure we can replace all those guys pretty easily. In the first week of the offseason, let's see who's available. We only have $8 million, but I'm definitely looking to sign someone. Trent Williams would be very good on this team. He's a 93 overall. Desmond King could probably make the move to free safety. He's also not getting any contracts. I would not mind this at all. I'm going to see if I can lowball him a little bit. He can replace Anthony Harris for us. He can even play corner if I draft the safety. I'm going to give him 55 points, see if that's enough for now. Marcus Williams would also be really good, but I'm going to go after Desmond King instead. I'm not going to go after anyone else. Let's see if we got Desmond King after the first week. We actually did. That's a pretty small contract as well. Okay, so now we have a new free safety or cornerback. It doesn't really matter. He can play one of those two positions very well. I'll see you guys now in the draft. All right, let's load into the draft. Which selection do we have? We have the first overall pick. Okay, that's amazing. Let's go. I think we should be able to get Trevor Lawrence with this selection then. Honestly, if we had the second overall pick, I wouldn't have been too mad because we could have landed Sewell. We would have had a franchise left tackle. But instead, let's go ahead and take a franchise quarterback. I'm really excited to have him on the team. I've actually not yet selected Trevor Lawrence, so this is going to be a first. He's a 77 with hidden, ranked number 3 in this class, but we took him at number 1, of course. Also, this is Bengals draft class, if you guys don't know that. I think this is like the most downloaded draft class on PS4 right now, so you can pretty easily find it. But Trevor Lawrence, of course, is ridiculous. 93 throw power, 85 medium, 83 short, 82 deep. Can also move if he needs to. He is going to be the starter now instead of Kirk Cousins. Okay, so we have our selection of receiver at the moment. I think I'm going to go Tamori and Terry, to be honest. A+ spec catch is kind of swaying me here. Late second round talent here as well. I'm going to go with Tamori and Terry. He's a 70 with normal. Definitely not a bad player. I feel like he can develop into a pretty solid third option. So he's just going to be behind Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson for the next couple seasons. Now here in the 4th round, I really don't know who to take. We could still go another receiver. Seth Williams looks pretty good. Also, you can see that Seth Williams, it says he went to NA for his college. That just happens in draft classes. The same thing happened, I think, with Tamori and Terry. That just kind of happens. It's weird how they work. But I really do want some kind of offensive lineman, and I don't know who to take. None of these guys look good at all. So I guess we're just going to skip out on all those guys right now. We could go defensive tackle. Robert Cooper actually looks pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead and take him. Robert Cooper, probably one of the better players left. He actually has hidden development trait. I don't think I already knew this. I don't remember ever drafting this guy. But he's probably going to be the number 2 defensive tackle then, just because of his development trait. So the scout didn't do a great job with a lot of this draft class. I'm just going to go ahead and try to trade away this draft pick. We also have the next selection, so there's no real reason to keep this one here. I'm just going to get a 4th next year from the Patriots. I don't really want anything else that was being offered there. I don't think I'm going to trade this next one away. We might as well go ahead and take somebody. They actually landed a 70 overall receiver. Pretty good trade up for them. I don't really want another receiver. I don't know what to take, man. I guess we can probably just take a shot in the dark here. At right tackle, I guess. I don't know. Spencer Brown, I feel like I've drafted him before, and he was pretty good. I'm going to take him once more, though. He's going to be a 70 with normal. I don't remember if he played a lot for me the last time I took him, but I feel like this time he's going to get a good bit of play time. I'm going to go ahead and take a backup free safety. Why not? Looks pretty decent. 67. He also has hidden development trait, which is actually pretty cool. He could technically play, and then Desmond King could move down to corner. I'm just going to leave Desmond King at free safety. I kind of like the corners on the team right now. They're all very young. Hopefully they can develop into something. I'm also going to be trading this pick away, and then I'll probably just simulate to the end of the draft. We can get some 4th round draft picks for next season. I'll definitely take that. Just go with the Raiders there, I guess. I feel like they play pretty poorly sometimes, so I'm good to take that risk. Let's go to the end of the draft. Let's see who the computer drafted for me then after we traded that one pick away. We got a 67 overall running back and a 59 overall left tackle. Now, of course, we had the first pick, and we landed Trevor Lawrence, and then Gregory Rousseau is going to the Jets. Patrick Surtain went to the Giants. Jamar Chase to the Falcons. What? That's a gross receiving core then. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, and Jamar Chase. Are you kidding me? Dylan Moses going to the Jags. Sewell ends up falling to number 6. That's actually kind of nuts. Micah Parsons there to the Bengals. Leatherwood, Wilson, Davis are going to round out the top 10. I'm going to go through and cut a couple players on this team. Riley Reif, I'm going to start out with. He saves a lot of money if I release him, and he's also not starting at all. He was only a 70 overall, so he's really not that good of a player anymore. The team here heading into the next season is an 81 overall, 80 offense, 83 defense. I definitely think this team got better from last year's Vikings, just because we have Trevor Lawrence at quarterback. Obviously, way more potential here than Kirk Cousins. I kind of expect Trevor Lawrence to get close to a 90 this season. Hopefully that is the case. I'm sure he has at least superstar development. I've seen one superstar X Factor in this draft before. I wouldn't be surprised if he also has it. Dalvin Cook is the starting running back. Of course, he's going to help out Trevor Lawrence a ton. Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson are two very good receivers here. Also, Tamorrion Terry is going to be the third receiving option. Brian O'Neill is going to slide to left tackle. We also have Spencer Brown on the team at right tackle. Hopefully he can play well. We have a pretty good tight end duo. I do want Irv Smith probably starting. I want him to start to develop now. On the defense then, we have a bunch of players returning. Danielle Hunter is back. Michael Pierce is going to be back. Anthony Barr as well. Jeff Gladney is starting this season. Desmond King joins the team at free safety. We're going to have Ryan Connolly there at right outside linebacker. I'm good with that. That is going to be the team. I expect this team to do better, but I don't really expect them to make the playoffs here this season. I'm actually going to make one small change to the team really quickly. Troy Dye is going to be starting at right outside linebacker. He's just a little bit younger there than Ryan Connolly, so I'm good with that. Now I will see you guys at the midseason. Okay, so at week 9, let's see what the record is. We are 4-3. All right, already with more wins than we had the entire last season. 5-2 for the Lions, 5-3 for the Packers, 4-3 as well for the Bears down there. Let's check out the development trade of Trevor Lawrence. He has superstar development, so that's actually really nice. Hopefully that goes up to X Factor at some point in the near future. I don't think there's anything else to reveal on the offense, but then defensively, we have that other defensive tackle. His development trade is still not revealed, but that's fine. We also have the free safety. We actually do have someone else to reveal on the offense. We have Etienne at right tackle, or left tackle. I don't actually know where he plays, but he's not too good. He's probably not going to play at any point for us. But anyway, you know, the team's doing a lot better than they did last year, so that's nice to see. Harrison Smith is the top free agent. I do want him back because he's still a 93 overall. I don't know about a 3-year deal. Maybe I'll offer it to him. We'll see how it goes. Brian O'Neill I want back. Mike Hughes I want back. And that is actually it. We don't have any free agents in general, so that's pretty cool. We have no money. Okay. I have to figure this out. So I do want Harrison Smith back on the team. He does not want to accept. We're going to have to go through and cut some players. Kirk Cousins still has a huge contract. We are not going to cut him. That would suck a lot. Now, I really don't think I'm going to be able to get all these players who I need, because some of these contracts are just huge. I don't want Kirk Cousins on the team anymore, but we can't get rid of him now. It would put us in so much debt. Harrison Smith is finally coming back to the team. We still have no money to get anyone else, though. I want Mike Hughes on the team so badly. Okay, so I don't think we can really get rid of anyone. I'm still looking just in case. Some of these contracts are kind of strange. So very sadly, we have to lose a cornerback and a left tackle. But at least the team's playing well, so I mean, there's a bright side, I guess. We made the playoffs this season going 10-6, but we did not win the division. The division went to the Packers, 11-5, 10-6 as well for the Bears, 7-9 for the Lions. Now, Trevor Lawrence had 4,346 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. I feel like this has to be a development trade upgrade. I really hope it is. Rushing-wise, Dalvin Cook was very good once again, 5.3 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson gets 14 receiving touchdowns. Irv Smith gets over 1,000 yards. Adam Thielen almost 1,000 yards as well. The offensive line played pretty well, a little bit worse than last season. 114 tackles there for Eric Kendricks. We have 14 tackles for loss for Danielle Hunter, who probably led our team in sacks. He did with 8, 7 for Yannick Ngakoue. Pretty good, numbers there for the duo. Cameron Dantzler had 5 interceptions. This would be massive if he goes up in development trade as well. Harrison Smith and Jeff Gladney each with 2. Eric Kendricks and Mike Hughes and Desmond King each get 1. No defensive touchdowns. We have 1 safety for Armin Watts. And then we have no blocked kicks. Okay, so we were 7th in the NFL on offense. Defensively, we were 3rd. Now it says Leif Erikson as the head coach. I don't know what changed last year to now. Like, nothing changed. I didn't do anything with the coach. I'm not sure. But Ryan Tannehill is going to win MVP. We do have Trevor Lawrence at number 4, though. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Tom Brady. Trevor Lawrence at number 3. Defensive Player of the Year is Bobby Wagner. Nobody from our team. Offensive Rookie of the Year, of course, is Trevor Lawrence. Also, Justin Fields went to Washington. That's interesting to see there. The Falcons got Chuba Hubbard and Jamar Chase. How does this team go 4-12? That is one of the more insane offenses in the game right now. Maybe Matt Ryan didn't do well. I'm not exactly sure. Tamorrion Terry at number 8, though. Just nice to see that Trevor Lawrence won Defensive Rookie of the Year. is Cameron McGrone. Nobody from the Vikings on this list. All right, well, let's see if we can take down our divisional rival here in the wild card round, going up against the Packers. I'll go ahead, auto-upgrade these few players. We only have 2. But let's check out the overall there of the Packers. I feel like we should at least have a close overall to them. They're an 85. We are an 84. Okay, same number of X factors displayed there as well. I feel like we're going to get one more after this season in Trevor Lawrence. But let's go to the divisional round. Did we make it? We did not. We're going to lose 24 to 21. But at least we made it to the playoffs here, the year we drafted Trevor Lawrence. I'm just hoping he can go off even more his second season. Let me spend the scouting points, and then we'll see who wins between the Bears and the Patriots. The winner of the Super Bowl, I think, is going to be the Bears. The Bears are very good in this game. They do win, 35 to 10. Now let's check out Trevor Lawrence. Are you up in development trait? I really hope you're up to X Factor. You are not, but Justin Jefferson is up to Superstar. Can we cut Kirk Cousins yet? Because if we can bring back some of these guys. We can cut Kirk Cousins, and it'll free up a lot of money. Thank you. Finally, Kirk Cousins is off the team. I'm sorry, Vikings fans, if you really like Kirk Cousins, but there's just no reason to have that expensive of a backup quarterback in Madden. It just makes no sense. And then defensively, we have Troy Dye up in development trait. Kind of cool to see there. Cooper has star development. I don't believe anyone else is up in development trait, but now we should be able to bring back Mike Hughes. Desmond King might eventually slide down to corner because there are some pretty good safeties in this class. I'm looking to draft somebody in the secondary at least. We should be able to at least get one new cornerback, whether it be Desmond King or a corner in this class. But also, I don't think anyone else on the offense is up in development trait. I didn't really, touch on that too much, but Irv Smith I feel like should totally be up right now. It's fine. Let's go back into free agency. We should be able to bring back Brian O'Neill and Mike Hughes both right now. Brian O'Neill played pretty well at left tackle. I don't mind giving him a contract. Let's raise this a little bit. He's coming back to the team. There we go. And now Mike Hughes, this team's #1 corner. I really want him back on the team. We're gonna give him a 4-year contract. He's coming back. I'm really happy we were able to cut Kirk Cousins at the end of the season. Now we can advance into the first week of the offseason and see if we can sign anybody crazy. We have only $8 million, but that should be enough to get somebody on the team. Jair Alexander, of course, is going to be available. JJ Watt is here, though. He'd be really good as like an interior D tackle. He could also play edge pretty easily. I'm going to try to give him a really small contract. If he accepts this, that would be phenomenal. If not, it's not that big of a deal. We don't really badly need him, but he would be pretty cool on this team. All right, so at the last week of free agency here, JJ Watt accepted, which is unbelievable. I didn't raise his contract at all. That was still the base contract. I just simulated week by week, and we got JJ Watt. That's actually kind of nuts. All right, now going into this next draft, I might actually trade up. We have the 22nd overall pick, and the first player I want is supposed to go mid-first round. So I definitely think we can get something to go through that is at least fairly realistic. Let me go ahead, take a look at the teams who have like mid-first round draft picks, and I'll figure out who I want to trade up with. All right, so I got a trade to go through. I think this is pretty fair. I don't think I'm cheesing the system too much here. I'm moving up from 22 to 12, and we're also giving the Bills a 2nd round draft pick next year and a 3rd round draft pick this year. And at pick 12, I'm going to hope to take this corner. I guess I probably should have simulated first. This is going to look really dumb if the corner's not available. I'd actually be really upset if he's not. Let's go to pick number 12. The Texans have the 13th pick, so I figured this is a pretty safe spot to move up to because I could totally see the Texans going with this guy. The corner is still available, I'm pretty certain. All 3 cornerbacks are, so I actually didn't have to trade up this far, but it's okay. Floyd Winston, it looks like the best cornerback in my eyes. Early first-round talent, 4.38 speed, really good size as well. Welcome to the team. He's a 76, and he has hidden. Ranked number 6, took him at number 12. This man has 94 speed, 92 acceleration and agility, 78 man, 71 zone, and 70 press. This guy is going to be very good, and I can't wait to see what his development trait is. Now in the late 2nd round, I'm probably going to go with some kind of offensive lineman. There's a pretty decent looking left tackle. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him though. Yeah, he is gone. But there's actually a really good looking left guard and then an even better looking right guard. So we're going to go ahead and take Will Davis. Supposed to go in the 1st round. Welcome to the team. 74 with normal. Rank number 21. Took him at number 54. Okay, so obviously he's going to play somewhere. I have no idea where yet. I only have 2 more players left on my entire draft board. We're going to go with John Johnson, a cornerback here. He's a 70 with normal, ranked number 58, took him at number 102. Not a bad player at all, at least a good special teamer, so I'll take it. And then also in the 4th round, I'm going to take another receiver, just in case this guy has hidden. You never know. It's never a bad idea just to stock up on receivers. There was actually a pretty good looking linebacker. Did I actually miss him? I did miss him. That's a lot of pain, but it's fine. We're still going to take this receiver, Lonnie Davis. 67 with normal, 6'5", 91 speed though. Actually, not a bad combination. I kind of want to go after a kicker, because if we can get a pretty decent one, I think we can most likely cut Dan Bailey then. So I don't know who to go with, because I know nothing about these kickers. Let's go with the name. Who do I think is the best name here? Chris Matthews, Connor Carson, Devin Drayton, or Isaac Feeney? I like Isaac Feeney. 69 with normal. All right, rank number 78, took him at number 127. I think he's good enough to start this next season. Dan Bailey is probably at least a little expensive for a kicker, so I don't mind cutting him. We might actually be able to do the same thing with our punter. So I'll go ahead and take a random punter, my favorite named punter, I guess, and then maybe we can move on from whoever this team had before. So Gary Rutland, Brent Croft, Luke Schaefer, or Gregory Sen. Gary Rutland sounds pretty funny, so we're going to take him. 66 with normal development. Also, not a bad special teamer. Okay, I'm actually good to have both of those guys start because it doesn't really matter who you have at kicker and punter in this game. They all pretty much play like the same. And I think now we go fullback. Why not, man? Let's just keep it weird. Drew Nixon, 65 overall for him. All right, I'll take that draft. That draft started off very well and then got really boring at the end, but whatever. You know how it goes sometimes. I think we still did really well. We have at least one hidden development trait player, so that's always great to see. Let's check out the entire NFL, though. Who's the best player in this class? I see a 78. There's actually a 79. Daniel Beard. Patrick Crossan's also pretty good. Trevor Wolf, a 77. Randy Brown as well as 77. There were a couple of corners in this class who looked good. Chauncey Hicks was another one. He has normal development, so I'm really happy we got Floyd Winston instead. And then Cordell Jones looks great. 75 overall for him. I don't know how I didn't notice that guy, but you know, it happens. There was another first-round corner, though. Where is he? Dalvin Overstreet. He does have hidden development trait, so he looks pretty good. I need to check out this one receiver, though, because there was a receiver who ran a ridiculously fast 40 and was very, very tall. I think it might be this guy. 6'5". Okay, how fast are you? 93 speed. It was absolutely this guy. I'm pretty sure he ran like a 4.38 or something crazy like that. That guy looks nuts, even though he only has normal. Okay, so the team now is an 85 overall, 84 offense, and then an 87 defense. It's like a rare rebuild here, because they normally have a higher overall offense than defense. But, you know, it happens sometimes. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, and Adam Thielen are a great group of 4 players to have here on the offense. Also, Irv Smith is trending upwards. We have a better offensive line. It's still not great, but we have some pretty good pieces here at least. Also, Will Davis is just going to stay at right guard. I don't know why I was thinking he'd have to move, because he's clearly the best right guard on this team. Also, we added Winston to the team. This is going to be this team's number 2 cornerback. Desmond King is not going to slide down to corner. I wasn't able to take one of those safeties. I also didn't even really look just because we ended up taking a corner in the first round. Eric Kendricks, of course, is still going to be this team's number 1 middle linebacker. Hopefully Troy Dye can continue to develop. Anthony Barr might be on his way out pretty soon just because he's getting up there in age for sure, right? Yeah, he's 30 years old. He's going to be regressing pretty badly. Maybe we go ahead and cut him after this season. We'll kind of see how the season goes. But anyway, hopefully we can make it back into the playoffs this year. I definitely think we'll be able to, because I just think the team got better than they were last year. Let's just see how it goes. All right, so now we're in the middle of a 3-game streak against divisional rivals. We have to take on the Lions here at week 9. We are 5-2, so are the Lions, though. So this is actually a massive game. 4-4 for the Packers, and then 3-5 for the Bears. Let's go ahead and check out the development trait, though, of the corner. There was a good draft story about this guy, so it makes sense that he has superstar development. That's great to see. This team is looking very good at the moment. I definitely think we should be able to make it back into the playoffs. I just hope we can beat the Lions here. I'm just going to go ahead and advance by this week really quickly. I'm just really curious to see what happens. Do we win this game? We do not. 28-24. Man, we just barely lost. Okay. Well, now let's bring back some players. So Michael Pierce is here. He's actually very good. I should probably bring him back for another couple of seasons. Garrett Bradbury, I want back on the team. Irv Smith as well. Alexander Madison is a really good backup running back. I'll probably bring him back to the squad as well. Let's just go ahead and get Pierce, Bradbury, Irv Smith, and Madison all right now. All right, so we made the playoffs again, this time going 9-7, and once more, we are in the wild card. We came in 3rd place in this division, so that means 3 teams from the NFC North made the playoffs. The Packers, Lions, and Vikings. The Bears are 7-9 down there. Trevor Lawrence this year actually played much worse. This is a surprisingly bad season from him. I guess it's not like terrible overall, but I expected far more from him this year. Dalvin Cook was pretty good. Once again, 13 touchdowns, 4.6 yards per carry. I don't know what changed, though. It's pretty much the same exact offense. It just got better. Justin Jefferson, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. He had a really good season. The offensive line even played a little bit better, so I'm not really sure what happened. 124 tackles for Floyd Winston, the corner, with 3 picks. How did he lead the team in tackles? That's so weird. Hopefully he goes up in development trade. I feel like there's a pretty good opportunity for that then. 16 tackles for loss for JJ Watt, 15 for Yannick Ngakoue. We have a lot of pressure. That's what happens when you compile a defensive line like this. We already saw that the corner had 3 picks, but also Mike Hughes had 3, so did Desmond King, 1 for Troy Dye, Harrison Smith, Anthony Barr, and Jeff Gladney. We have 1 defensive touchdown for Mike Hughes, no safeties, and we don't have any blocked kicks either. All right, so we were 16th in the NFL on offense. Defense seemed actually really good, though. We were 2nd in terms of yardage on defense. Justin Herbert is going to win MVP. Also, Baker Mayfield is on the Broncos. Number 3 for MVP. Interesting. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Russell Wilson, but we do have Trevor Lawrence at number 6. I really expected him to contend for MVP this season. Defensive Player of the Year is Jelani Tavai. Nobody from the Vikings. I kind of expected our corner to be there, but it's all right. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Mick Kendricks. I thought that name said Mike for a second, but it does not. Interesting name. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Trevor Wolf. Floyd Winston, though, at number 2. He got a ton of tackles. I'm surprised he didn't win. All right, well, hopefully he can at least go up in development trade. I know I mentioned that before, but I feel like there's a decent chance just because of how many tackles he got. Nate Stanley. He's a stud. The only player with an experience point on our entire team. Now, the Seahawks are really good. I feel like we're going to lose this game, but let's check it out. They have an 83. We have an 88. We definitely have a better team, but I don't think we're going to win this game. They're really good in simulation. We're actually going to win, which is really cool. Now we have to go up against the 12-4 Panthers. They had the first pick a year ago, so it's interesting to see them bouncing back really well. They're an 85 overall. Let's just go ahead, advance straight through. Actually, I guess we should upgrade the team first. Yeah, Yannick Ngakoue, Justin Jefferson each have an experience point. Justin Jefferson is up to a 92. I think he's a higher overall than Adam Thielen at the moment, so that's really cool. Let's go to the conference championship. Did we take down the Panthers? We did not. We lost 21-14. Let's head straight into the Super Bowl. The Ravens and the Panthers are in Super Bowl 57. I'm just going to advance straight by. I don't care too much about the scouting points at the moment. Let's see if the Panthers can go from having the number 1 overall pick to winning the Super Bowl, and they cannot. 37-34. They're just barely going to lose there to the Ravens. All right, now Trevor Lawrence should not be up in development trait. He is not. Okay, Justin Jefferson, I'm kind of surprised he's not, to be honest. And then defensively, the cornerback is not up in development trait, but Anthony Barr and Troy Dye are, so is Yannick Ngakoue. All right, so a lot of things changed there on the defense. I'm surprised Anthony Barr and Troy Dye both went up, but you know, it happens. I really thought Winston did enough, but it's all right. He's still going to be this team's number 1 corner this next season, and I'm looking to make this team as insane as possible heading into this next free agency period. We should have a decent bit of money to spend. I could probably even free up some more by getting rid of Anthony Barr if we need the money. We have $12 million, and there aren't really any insanely good free agents right now. But Bobby Wagner, I think I'm going to go after. We're going to have an old group of linebackers, but I don't really care. Bobby Wagner is still going to help out a lot. He's going to be a really big upgrade there. Bobby Wagner joined the team. All right, that's pretty sweet. I'm going to go ahead, turn on auto scouting, and then I'll see you guys in the draft. We are going to have the 26th overall pick, of course, because we had a pretty good season ourselves. Let's go ahead and check out the draft board, actually. I did not yet look at it. Any crazy combines, a bunch of 7s, a bunch of players looking pretty good. That defensive end looks insane. Casey Day, early first-round talent, early first-round projection, A- finesse moves. He looks really good. There's an insanely good middle linebacker. Trevor Van Buren, I'd love to take him, but I'm not going to trade up all the way to right now. He skipped the combine as well. Man, I want that guy. All right, well, you know, it sucks, but we'll see where he goes, I guess. He's probably going to be a really good player. Let's go ahead and advance all the way to our pick. This scout did a great job here in the offseason. Way to prioritize quarterback for some reason. You only scouted 3 quarterbacks. Like, why? Why even scout quarterbacks in general? I really want to get Ricardo Pearson, but I don't think I'll be able to take him next round. I'm so tempted to take that guy right now. I guess if there's no one else who I'd rather have, I'm going to go ahead and take a tight end who skipped the combine. Because why not? I'll also throw these guys on the draft board. Honestly, there is like no one else I'd rather have right now. So let's just take a shot in the dark on a baller. Ricardo Pearson's actually a stud. He's a 75, ranked number 9. Took him at number 26. Now, he's not going to play because we already have our franchise tight end in Irv Smith. I literally just re-signed him. So I don't want to start that guy, but that was a really good blind draft pick. The fastest defensive end, you're on the team. 70 with normal. Another really good draft pick for not knowing like anything about this guy. He's very fast though, with great acceleration too. He'd be pretty fun to actually have on a team. I feel like he'd get a lot of pressure. This has been such an eventful draft so far, man. Both those guys are going to be backups, so you gotta love it. Who do we still have even scouted? We have a middle linebacker supposed to go in the 4th round. Sure, why not? 67 with normal. 89 speed though, 91 acceleration. That man can also fly. We're just going to go to the end of the draft. I don't really care about these last couple draft picks. The computer ended up landing me a 68 overall receiver. You're actually pretty good. Chris Alvarez, 91 speed, 93 acceleration, and a 69 overall receiver. Nice. 93 speed, 93 acceleration. That guy's actually very good. He's also number 1. All right. Kendrick Duvall is also on the team, 61 overall. All right, so not a poor draft, I guess. Now, who's the best player here? There's a 78 overall cornerback. There's a 79 overall D tackle, though. Chris Claxton. What a name. But he's very good. Sadly, only normal development, though. Abdul Hamilton, 78 normal. A third-round tight end. There is another crazy tight end in this class. This guy's hidden. What? What a tight end class. Casey Day, Mac Ford, also both very good players. Casey Day, I think, was that guy with a nutty combine and good top 3 skills. Seems like it. He has 82 finesse moves. Seems like it's that guy. Randy Beckett, pretty good. None of those guys at the top, though, have hidden, but let's check out Trevor Van Buren. He only has normal, too. 91 speed, though. My lord. Okay, him and Roquan Smith on the same team should not be allowed. All right, the team here for the final season, or what will most likely be the final season, is an 88. 88 offense, 89 defense. Trevor Lawrence has an experience point. Let's go ahead and spend it on strong arm. He's going to be a 92 overall now. Let's take a quick look at his stats as well. 1 to throw accuracy deep, 1 to awareness. He has a 96 throw power, 94 deep, 94 medium. All right, so he's obviously an insane quarterback. Hopefully he can have a bounce back season. Really did not play well last season. I'm definitely expecting way more things from him. Dalvin Cook is up to a 97. Justin Jefferson up to a 92. This offense is very good. And then defensively, we still have an insane D-line. We have a really good group of linebackers, a bunch of superstars, a good safety duo, and a good cornerback core with a superstar number 1 corner. So I'm expecting big things from this team. I'm going to spend my coach experience, and then I'll see you at the end of the season. All right, so we made the playoffs again, 11-5 here for the record, on top of the NFC North. Let's check out these stats. Trevor Lawrence, 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Totally an MVP caliber season. Dwayne Haskins is the backup. I didn't sign him. I mean, all right. Dalvin Cook, 1,200 yards exactly. 7 touchdowns for him. Justin Jefferson is disgusting. 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. Adam Thielen, almost 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Irv Smith gets 9. Tamori and Terry gets 6. Not bad at all. The offensive line was pretty good here once again. We have 119 tackles there for Eric Kendricks leading the team. 16 tackles for loss for J.J. Watt, but then 18 sacks for Yannick Ngakoue. 13.5 for J.J. Watt, 9 for Daniel Hunter. 3 picks for Eric Kendricks and Floyd Winston, 2 for Mike Hughes, Troy Dye, Bobby Wagner, and John Johnson, and then 1 for Desmond King. No defensive touchdowns, we have no safeties, and we don't have any blocked kicks. All right, you know, it happens. We are 6th in the NFL on offense and then 2nd on defense. MVP is Trevor Lawrence. Let's go. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Trevor Lawrence. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack, but we do have Yannick Ngakoue at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Connor Jowers. No idea who that is. A Defensive Rookie of the Year, Randy Beckett. All right. So nobody from the Vikings is going to win those awards, but it's all right. We got the MVP. All that really matters. I guess we can go ahead and spend the coach experience since we have 8,000 of it. I'll get the tight end trading boost, the D-line trading boost, and the kicker and punter. Why not, man? I don't really need the running back because Dalvin Cook is already like a 99. Let's talk to Yannick Ngakoue. Probably going to talk about Harrison Smith because he is going to be retiring most likely, you know, after this playoff run. But we're going to end the video here anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. The team's going to be playing on quite a high right now, though, because of all this morale. Harrison Smith's morale should be maxed, which is really cool. And now we have to take on my favorite team. I'm wearing a Carson Wentz shirt. Don't know if you can really see it. But the Philadelphia Eagles. They're 10-6. They're an 86 overall. We are in 91. We should have this game. I really hope we can win. Let's go to the divisional round. Please, let's be in this game. We actually lose. That sucks a lot. All right, let's go to the Super Bowl. See who makes it. Hopefully the Eagles can at least make it. They can't. It's the Bucks and the Ravens. This team is actually really good. I feel like they probably should have won a Super Bowl, but you know how Madden Sim goes. 34-13, the Buccaneers are going to win. Let's check out development trade upgrades. Justin Jefferson, are you up to Superstar X Factor? You are not somehow. I don't understand. Trevor Lawrence isn't up in development trade either. Eric Kendricks is up to Superstar X Factor. Winston didn't go up in development, but he's a 90 overall. Man, this team is kind of insane looking. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Where every step you take is do or die.